You're going to love it. You are going to love it.
Thank you, Ty. Wasn't that lively? That was fun. Thank you. That was very, very, very sweet. And now Sue Riley is going to lead us in song to open up the service.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's call and response. I call, you respond. Good? Here we go. It's called This House is Built on Love. And we know that to be true. 2, 3, 4. Welcome to this sacred space. Welcome to this this sacred space. See the joy on every face. See the joy on every face. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. Leave your burdens at the door. Leave your burdens at the door. You're not a stranger anymore.
Be not a stranger anymore.
This house is built on love.
Come on, everyone.
This house is built on love. This house is built on love.
Go for it. Go for it. So it's call and response.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud.
Say it clear.
We're so happy that you're here.
We're so happy that you're here.
This house is built on love.
Come on, sing out.
This house is built on love. This house is built on love. This house, this house, this house is built on love. This house,
This house,
this house,
this house,
this house is built on love. This house,
this house,
this house,
this house,
this house is built on love. This house,
this house,
this house,
this house.
this house is built on love.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you. What a way to start. What a beautiful start to the morning. My name is Janice Gilmore, and I will be your celebration assistant for today. Our guest speaker and our guest musician is Sue Riley. Let's give her a big hand. Woo!
Thank you.
Woo! And of course, we have the Unity of Charlottesville band today is being represented by Blue and Ty, who opened up for us this morning. And our praise singers are being represented by John, Kevin, and myself. Would you please mute your cell phones during the service? We would greatly appreciate it. Is there anyone here in the sanctuary for the very first time? For the very first time? Ah, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. And we hope that all your needs are met with us this morning. Whatever brought you here, we hope they're all met. Good to have you. If there's anyone online here for the very first time, we'd love to see you here in our sanctuary live, if that's doable for you at some time in the future. We welcome you as well. At Unity of Charlottesville, we welcome everyone, no matter what their gender identity, race, nationality, sexual orientation, ethnicity, political affiliation, religion, and on and on and on. We welcome everyone, everyone. And we are so proud of that. Right, everybody? Yes. And now we will sing our welcome song. Speaking of welcome, we will sing our welcome song. Go ahead and stand. Greet your neighbors with a handshake, a hug, a wave. Say hello to each other.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Share the love. Share the love. Roam the room.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just just where I'm supposed to be.
I'm in the right place at the right time.
I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place.
Welcome here.
Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
I'm in the right place at the right time.
I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
And now Peggy will lead us in our opening prayer.
Thank you, Janice. Let's just settle in now that we've had an opportunity to greet one another. Let's get comfortable. Allow the chair to support us. Feel the positive energy in this room, in this beautiful sanctuary. Unity was founded on prayer, and so we begin each service with an opening prayer. The daily word for today is connection. Connection. And that's why we're here, to connect with our Unity family, to connect with the Spirit within, to expand our spiritual journey, to learn and grow and celebrate, enjoy. So we feel the positive energy of those around us. And we send that peace, that understanding out into the world. For we know that peace is accomplished one person at a time. So as one, we send our peace. We see it spreading throughout this country, throughout the world, bringing peace, prosperity, well-being to any area that is suffering unrest, be it from war or weather. We see the divine in charge. And we conclude this time of prayer by affirming that God is good all the time. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Peggy. And now let's share together our mission statement. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. And now our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. And before she sings her next song, I'm going to share a few words with you about our guest musician and our guest speaker, Sue Riley. Sue Riley is a prolific singer, songwriter, and speaker who believes in the power of positive music to change lives. She is a co-founder of Empower Music and Arts and has been the music director at Unity Church of Clearwater for over 30 years. Where's Clearwater?
Florida.
Florida. Yeah, that's right. The light bulb went on. She is delighted to be with us today, and we are delighted to have her. Let's give her a big hand.
Thank you. Thank you. So lovely to be back here. I don't think I've been back here since COVID. Ugh, COVID. This is my title song from my new CD that was released just as COVID struck. What timing, huh? It's called There Are Moments, and I used it to remind myself of all the things that were beautiful and going right in my world, even when I was bound like the rest of the world. It's called There Are Moments. An ordinary day in an ordinary life. There's beauty all around me. Sometimes all I see is black and white. Just going through the motions. Life's just passing by. Drifting in a daydream, wishing I'd wake up from this emptiness inside. But there are moments when magic happens unexpectedly. There are moments, precious moments, where the wonder of the world is all I see. The first breath of the morning whispers in my ear. She says, "You've got it all inside you. Will you know it in your heart when it appears?" But there are moments when magic happens unexpectedly. There are moments, precious moments, when the wonder of the world is all I see. This dance of possibilities to the rhythm of my destinies won't let me slip into my old routines. For there are moments where
magic happens unexpectedly. There are moments, precious moments, when the wonder of the world is all I see. There are moments.
Thank you. And thank you to Ty and Blue, who made the song pop, who jumped right in beautifully, I might add. Blair sang their praises, and she was correct. Can I move the mic now? So good morning, wonderful friends. It's been too long since I've seen your beautiful faces. It's hard to believe, really, that's 5 or 6 years. I was just at a writing retreat in the Shenandoah Valley at the house of the Tom Haves. You probably know Roger and Carol Tom Have. They've probably been here. And that's why I'm in Virginia, anyway, because I now live in Greenville, South Carolina. I moved there to be with my partner. We'd been doing the long distance kind of thing for 8 years. He lived there, I lived in Florida, not ideal. So I spent this past month of April in my old home state of Florida, connecting with friends and communities. And one of the reasons that I was in Florida, because I usually need a reason to leave home, even if it's as simple as a grocery store, I spent the entire month there was to perform at the wedding at the end of the month, which took place at a really ritzy hotel on Clearwater Beach. And I said yes to this beautiful opportunity to spend time on Clearwater Beach, which is gorgeous, at a hotel that I would be reluctant to pay for myself. It was the daughter of my yoga instructor. Yoga and I have an interesting relationship. I love yoga. I'm not very good at it. But anyway, she asked me to facilitate her daughter's wedding, and it was my first. I've played music for hundreds of weddings. I've never actually facilitated a wedding. I don't know why I said yes. It was so nerve-wracking. I'm like, what if I say something wrong? And the groom was Albanian, so I had to phonetically write down his name, because that would be embarrassing if you had the groom's name wrong. But anyway, I made it. And I'd been very busy the first part of April filling in at my previous church jobs, because I quit all of those when I moved, and then visiting family, my niece who has 4 babies under the age of 5. That's right. I spent 4 or 5 days there and limped back to the airport. And they were all sick, and they generously shared that with me. So the next 10 days after I got back from Key West was spent recovering and hoping I could even have a voice to speak for this wedding that I was so stressed about. It's not what I had planned on, but do things happen that we don't plan on? I think so, yes. It's usually a gift. Someday you'll see that. I don't know. I don't always see it at the time. I was nervous that I wouldn't be recovered enough for the wedding. And in addition to that, she flew in 2 of my friends from New York who I lead Ireland and Scotland trips with, but we don't always play together because they live there and I did live in Florida. So I had to be well enough to talk and sing. And I was nervous about the entire opportunity. Do you ever feel nervous when you're doing something completely out of your comfort zone? something that you say yes to in a carefree moment a year ahead of time and think, oh, no problem. And then when the day comes or the months lead up to it, you think, what was I thinking? That's what I did. The day of the wedding, there was a beautiful engraved mirror that proclaimed that the wedding was unplugged. I had never seen this before. That meant that they wanted everyone to turn off their cell phones, to not take any pictures, and to be present in the moment and look at the photographers. They'd hired a videographer and a photographer and a wedding planner. Let them document the time, but to be present in the moment, to bask in the celebration of love. So it was not lost on me that I had already been forced to stop everything I was doing for 10 days to recover from the beautiful germs that my nieces and nephews shared with me, and that most of the attendees, many of the attendees on the bride's side, were practicing yogis. My friend, the mother of the bride, was my favorite yoga instructor. It was Kundalini yoga, lots of chanting, meditation, breath work. And the wedding was unplugged while we all looked out the window. We were right on the beach. So you looked at the beautiful sunsets. The wedding was at 5 o'clock. And it was a moment of really spectacular beauty, reminding me that I lived in Florida for 45 years. I hardly ever went to the beach. It's pathetic. It's because once I bought a house in Newport Richey, it would be a day-long excursion. I was an hour from the beach, then you spend time there, and then you got to go home. And I don't know, why didn't I give myself that gift? Now, it's the first place I go. I see why everybody wants to visit Florida. So I started thinking about all of this because we are so often surrounded by noise. And the noise is often disguised as entertainment. Canned music in restaurants, in an elevator, video ads in stores, highway billboards, computer games, TV shows, movies, magazines, and each and every one of these forms of so-called entertainment demands our attention, our time, and often our sanity. For example, my Apple Watch has just decided to put another face on my clock. I've spent a half an hour trying to change that. I was not successful. At one point, it was trying to send an SOS because it thought I had fallen. Obviously, I have missed something in the manual of dealing with technology. So I ask myself, do we even have enough time in any given day to do all of the things, to pay attention to all of the things that we're being asked to listen to? Even inanimate objects or living things like plants requires time and attention so that they live. I've moved to Greenville, and for the first time, I'm home more than I'm traveling. And so I've bought, 50 plants. And my partner says, it's a full-time job to keep everything alive in this house. Between the plants and the stray cats I'm feeding, and me, keeping everything alive. So speaking of technology, I bought one of those robot vacuum cleaners, the iRobots, thinking it would save me from the task of vacuuming, which is a task I dislike. And I love watching that little robot wander around when it works. It took me several months to get it on the new Wi-Fi, but I have to say, I think it's worth trying to keep it happy and operational. When I was in Florida, I once allowed it into my 17-year-old niece's, the one with the 4 children, because she lived with me, into her room, a room which I rarely entered. Any of you who have had teenagers knows that it is not often safe to go into their room. And the poor little robot diligently tried to sweep up the debris and the mess, but it became tangled up in the nest of her wires and plugs to keep all of her technology working. And I heard it calling to me for help. Return me to my base. Now, should your technology be able to ask for help? I don't know. A Mayday call from a vacuum. And so far, this vacuum has not saved me any time whatsoever. But I kind of like it. And my friends that I stayed with in Florida when I was there for the wedding just gave me a new iRobot that will mop at the same time. It mops and sweeps. I haven't even tried to figure it out. It's sitting under my piano, awaiting my attention. So when faced with all of this noise and new toys and distractions and technology, is it a wonder that many of us might crave some quiet time? I know I had lunch with your beloved Don Lansky yesterday, and I know that he teaches and meditates. He's a meditation student. I like the idea of meditating. I used to meditate in yoga. Now I would be afraid that I couldn't get off the floor in yoga. And so meditation would be more needed than ever before. Don sends his love, by the way. I've been reading a wonderful little book called Find a Quiet Corner by Nancy O'Hara. And she offers many suggestions about how we can unplug for a short period of time and re-engage with our inner voice, which is my favorite voice to listen to, the voice of creativity, of stillness, of centeredness, of the divine. And Nancy advises us to find or create a quiet corner, and each one of us would view that differently. Our quiet corner would look differently. For some, it might be a chair in the corner of your bedroom, or in the corner of your office, or a bench in your favorite garden, or a swing on your porch, or the back row in your favorite spiritual center. The opportunities are vast, and the only criteria is that it is a spot where you can focus on your breathing, rest in the silence, and tune out the external noises around you. I believe that the droning of bees and the songs of birds are still allowed. Those are not viewed as external distractions. Nancy suggests that our first step might be to lessen the amount of outside stimulation, something that you do have control over. Think about what you want to see and hear each day, and what you want to allow into your life. Think about that. What do you want to allow into your life? Make a conscious decision before turning on the news or the TV, because it might actually take you away from your quiet place of centeredness. It does for me. If you wake up each morning to a blaring alarm, perhaps find one that would wake you up with a gentler sound, like a stream or bird song, or silence if you don't have to be anywhere. Just get up when you feel like it. Give yourself space in your morning to center in instead of just rushing off to the first thing you have to do. Instead of getting up, grabbing your coffee, and immediately turning on the TV or looking at the newspaper, perhaps spend a few moments in your quiet corner that you've created for yourself, just taking in the beauty of the day, reminding yourself that there are moments that you don't even see anymore that are just spectacular. When I was at the beach in April, I was stunned. I questioned, why did I not come here more often when I lived in this state? There are things all around you. You're in such a beautiful part of the country. Here in Virginia, you've got mountains and streams and rivers and a quaint little town like Charlottesville is. It's beautiful. And I know that I don't see things that I see all the time. You take them for granted. How would it change your day if you started with meditation or prayer or yoga or just looking outside your window at the beauty of the day? I just took a chair yoga class. I had a knee replacement a couple years ago, and now my knee does not like to bend into yoga positions. It's a perfect excuse not to do yoga. But the chair yoga works just as well, and my knee seems to be content. Not happy, but content. Another idea would be, if you didn't want to do it in the morning, would be to spend some time in your quiet space at the end of the day, just when the world is quieting down, when the sun is setting, when the mist is draping the mountains, when the birds are thinking about where they're going to nest for the evening. There is a stillness in the quiet of the evening that exists at no other time in the day. There is no need to create the quiet because it's already there for you to take advantage of. Could it be as simple as making a cup of decaf tea and sitting in the quiet wherever you've created that space, breathing in the calm and reflecting on the blessings of your day? If you're like me, you know that everything starts with the breath. And I've heard that. Take a deep breath, calm down and breathe. If you breathe in and become aware of your breath, it actually will immediately calm you down. And I like to think about breathing in gratitude. There's so much to be grateful for. Breathing happens unconsciously, and we often breathe shallowly. The invitation would be to focus on your breathing during this time in your quiet space. Inhale slowly for the count of 10, and exhale for the count of 10. It sounds like something that you wouldn't need to focus on. You would be surprised at the difference it will make. Breathe deep into your belly, the part that you're usually holding in. I know I am. Let it expand with your breath, the breath of life. And like any new practice, you would evaluate how you feel at the end of this new experience of creating a few moments of silence and quiet in the morning or the evening. And one of the things you might look at and ask yourself is, do I feel calmer? Do I feel more grounded, less exhausted, stronger, more creative? And you might find that you haven't missed anything important by carving out 5 minutes to take in the beauty of your surroundings. And you may have gained quiet time that might stimulate and inspire you in ways that you could not have achieved with that outside noise. I was just at I think I told you, I was at a writing retreat, which is, I organize it as part of Empower. And there were 9 writers there, songwriters. And what we do is we pair up in 2s or 3s for 2.5 hours. And the hope is that we come out with a finished song. It's a little bit like speed dating with creative people. It's intimidating, frightening, and magical, and exhausting. So there were lots of places to take quiet time. They had big decks overlooking the hills and the yard, and a deck looking at the sunset. And so most of us took advantage of that. Have you ever watched a small child play with blocks or color? They are totally engaged in their activity, and they are oblivious to the noise around them, even to you calling their name, if they are immersed in their creativity. They are in a quiet place within their own head, but they're not lonely because they're engaged in a quiet activity. They are immersed in what they are doing. I would like to relearn how to reclaim the ability to be comfortable in solitude for short periods of time. What if I thought about the time spent in my quiet corner as my recharge zone, not about a time when I've withdrawn from the world, but something that will allow me to recharge myself and allow myself to be more present for those that I love? I've taken the word unplugged and made some little affirmative thoughts to go along with each letter. And some of these letters, I might add, were difficult. U, lots of P's, but there's only one P, two G's. See, nah, all right. Unplugged, that's my first word. So I say that daily I choose what noise I want to allow into my life. Daily I choose what noise, what distraction I want to allow into my life. And my prayer is, may I give myself the daily gift of being unplugged for a short period of time from the noise all around me. N stands for newness. There are many beautiful prayers and meditations available to us, often from different points of view or different cultures. There are many ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I'm sure you've all heard that saying. A trip to a bookstore will offer me a new perspective with invocations, inspirational sayings, or prayers from many different cultures. May I begin to view my world in a new, more peaceful way. P stands for progress. I know that I might not see instant results. Darn. I like instant results. It's like saying I'm going on a diet and I lose 10 pounds overnight. It's unrealistic. Never happens. It should happen. I may not see instant results or instant change. It's a work in progress. It's a new skill that I might need to learn. Even 30 minutes during a week that I spent in silence is more than I spent the previous week. May I recognize that any beginning of a spiritual journey is progress, not perfection. L stands for listen. In the silence, I take the time to become aware of my breath, that thing I take for granted. I focus my energy on the gentle inhale and exhale of my breath. As thoughts drift into my head, because if you want to do your grocery list, all you need to do is start trying to pay attention to your breath. And you will be doing your grocery list, your chores, your to-do list, all kind of things drift in and drift away. And I accept these little voices and I let them drift away. So may I listen to the wisdom of my breath. U stands for universe. In my quiet corner, I schedule a time to connect with myself, to realize that although I may be the center of my own universe, there is a magnificent, ever-changing universe all around me. And may I be reminded that I live in an abundant, magical universe. Gratitude. Spending time in the moment, spending time in touch with my heart, has the ability to open my eyes in gratitude to all that I have in my life. May I see the beauty of my life in gratitude. G stands for God. In my quiet corner, I allow myself to become consciously aware of the higher power which surrounds me, that can open my heart and mind to new possibilities when I'm quiet enough to hear my inner voice. May I allow quiet time each day to connect with the God of my understanding, recognizing the power of prayer in my life. Environment. I remain alert to find the ideal place for my quiet corner. It may take a few tries before I find a place that speaks to me. It could be a space in my favorite church or a room at my house or something outside. And may I allow myself the time to find the environment that allows me to tune out and tune in. And my final letter is detachment. I might find that when I spend time in the silence, I become less judgmental and more compassionate. May I detach from my own personal feelings so that I am able to find more empathy, more compassion, and more love for others. And I would like to end my talk today with a reading from the Daily Word from Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. And the affirmation, the word of the daily word, is inner peace. In a busy, bustling world, I remain calm and peaceful. In a busy, bustling world, I remain calm and peaceful. Even when my obligations and activities keep me busy and engaged with the world, I may remain inwardly serene. I do this by maintaining a daily spiritual practice that reminds me and keeps me aware of my connection with the God of my understanding. I start each day with positive affirmations that help me set an intention for a peace-filled day. I follow that with a gratitude practice that reminds me of how abundantly blessed I am. And I take these positive thoughts into prayer, spending precious moments in the silence. Living a spirit-filled life is a choice that I make every day. It's a choice that I make every day. I build peace into my relationships and into my encounters by responding mindfully instead of reacting. I spread peace with my calm bearing and kind acts. I share peace through compassion, giving of myself in love. And from Numbers 6:26, the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And our affirmation is, in a busy, bustling world, I remain peaceful and calm. Thank you for listening, and now we are going to center in and go into a brief time of meditation. I'm changing location. Thank you. Breathing into balance, take a breath, let it go. Breathing into focus, breathing into flow. I close my eyes, let peace wash over me. Soft and slow, just breathe. Breathing into balance, take a breath, let it go. Breathing into focus, breathing into flow. So I invite you to find a comfortable place in your seat as we have this brief time in meditation. I invite you to bring your focus to your breath. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in slowly. Putting attention on your breath, our ever-present guide. Breathe in calmness and serenity and peace. Breathe out stress and anxiety and fear. Breathe in love. Love for your friends and your family and your pet babies, your fur companions. And breathe breathe out fear and anxiety. Notice as you slow down your breathing and you place an intention on what you're letting go of, that you feel that tension wash away. You feel your stress melt away. And in this place of peace and community and love, we are all connected by something as simple and ever-present as our breath. We know that love has a language of its own. We are all magnificent heroes in some people's eyes, beloveds, friends. We are a community. We may never know whose day we brighten. Even someone in the checkout lane at a store, at the gas station, just by saying hello and giving them a smile. We may never know who we lift up, who we give a lifeline to. Be as simple as saying, "How are you?" and then taking the time to listen. When we speak words or sing affirmations or songs, these words drift out into the world like dandelion seeds, never knowing who they will touch, what fertile ground they will lie on, fall on, and grow. So imagine what you want to send out into the world. From your heart to the heart of the world. What would you like to bless today in this quiet time? And we'll sit for a couple moments in the silence. And as we bring our awareness back to the space that we're in, we know that this week we will celebrate the joy of being a person sharing kindness, sharing smiles, sharing love, and spreading that love and joy and serenity out to the world, knowing that whatever you give, whatever you share will come back to you 100-fold. And for this we are grateful. I close my eyes, let love wash over me. All is well, just breathe. Breathing into balance, take a breath, let it go. Breathing
into focus. Breathe into flow. Breathing into flow. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Sue. That was just exquisitely beautiful. All of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now is the time to give back a portion of all this love we've experienced here today, this love and connection and being with each other in community and bringing light to our world. There are many ways to give to Unity of Charlottesville. There's text to give here in our butterfly net and through our QR code. We are so grateful to all of you for your generosity, not just today, but in years past, and for some of you decades, for some of you many decades of generosity. And all of this is here because of you, and it will remain so because of you, because we love this Unity of Charlottesville, this community that we call our spiritual home. We love it. We love this spiritual family, and it is going to go on and on and on. Are we ready? Are we ready for it to go on and on and on? I love you all. So now let's say together our prayer for our tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And now we have Sue again with another song.
Thank you. This is called Living in My Heartland, which is a place that I like to hang out. And I hope you enjoy it. 2, 3, 4.
I used to dream big city dreams. I had to let them go. That city crowd, busy and loud, left me with an aching soul. I'm gonna make a new start, lead with my heart. I've never felt so sure. I'm gonna follow where I'm called. It may not be the easy road, 'cause I finally found my home. Living in my heartland, living in my heartland. When I let go of all I know, sometimes I feel afraid. But now I like the quiet peace. I love the peaceful space. It's now what I call home. Gonna make a new start, lead with my heart. I've never felt so sure. I'm gonna follow where I'm called. It may not be the easy road, finally found my home, living in my heartland, living in my heartland. Sometimes the road less traveled feels like a new frontier. But when I'm true to who I am, the path is free and clear. I'm gonna follow where I'm called. It may not be the easy road, 'cause I finally found my home, living in my heartland, living in my heartland. I'm gonna follow where I'm called. It may not be the easy road, 'cause I finally found my home, living in my heartland, living in my heartland. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone here from the Board of Trustees today with an update? Okay. I will say that our new minister, Reverend Stacy Collins, will be having her first service on July 12th. And we're looking forward to that. Yes. Yes, come on, give her some, Stacy. Give her a hand, Stacy, if you're watching at some point this service. We love you, and we can't wait to welcome you here on the 12th. So we have some opportunities for transformation. Our men's meeting will be meeting on June 28th here, which is today. Thanks, guys. Today, in the meditation room in the Peace House on the Hill. Right? There will be a Pride prayer vigil held on June 29th, 7:00 p.m. via Zoom. And the Zoom link you will be able to find online through our website. There are 2 July potlucks coming up. July 5th, we'll be having a potluck for our Reverend Catherine Klein, who has been our transition minister since January. And on July 12th, we will welcome, as I mentioned, our Reverend Stacy Collins with a lovely potluck. And I understand she's a vegetarian, and so we want to make sure we honor that with what we bring. So now we have our thank yous. Our sound team, we have Boyan, Greg, and Amy. Let's give them a hand. Our blessing team, we have Ellen, Marlene, and Maria. Let's give them a hand. Our music team, we have our praise singers, John, Kevin, and myself. And we have our Unity of Charlottesville band, the duo of Blue and Ty. And of course, we'd love for you to stand up if you wouldn't mind. This multi-talented woman, right? Multi-talented. We're honored to have you back whenever you're able to be here. Thank you so much from our hearts.
Thank you.
And now and we will have healing helpers in this corner of the room with Kevin after the service, and Buddy will be here for prayer up front for anyone who wants individual prayer. And as I mentioned before, next week we will have our Reverend Klein back with us with the potluck afterwards. So now let's stand and share together our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. For wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with you. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous path. To take each moment and live each in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Todd. Wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.